Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tolu and this is a continuation of the previous video. In this tutorial, I'm going to be teaching how to draft the back pattern and also how to avoid zip bulging in case you've experienced that. So let's get to the tutorial. Mark out your length. So the next step is to mark out our zipper allowance. Just like we have center front, we also have center back. So we are going to mark out our zipper allowance from our center back. And zipper allowance varies. You could choose to use 1 or 2, but it's usually no more than 2 inches. And for this tutorial, I'm going to be using 1 inch for my zipper allowance. So from the starting point, I'm going to mark out 1 inch all the way to the end, which is these are our zipper allowance. So I'm just going to put center front to center back. Okay. The next step is to mark out neckline, and for the neck width is just the same thing with the front, but the neck depth is 1 inch. It's usually a standard for high back. From this point, I'm just going to mark out 1 inch downwards for my neck. This is my neckline. I'm just going to curve it. Just a small round, and then the same thing with this other part. I'm going to extend this to the zipper allowance, just straight. And the next step is to mark out our back dart. And for our back dart, the starting point is 3 inches above breast point. Roll it on the back. On this other side, so this is my breast point. Mark out 3. Oh. So from this point, this is my breast point. Remember BP? I'm going to put my tape measure and mark out 3 inches upwards. Mark it out. And I'm going to bring out, this is my waistline. Just going to mark it out on the back too. End point is the same thing for the dart. This line is not inclusive. Don't let it confuse you. Okay, whatever I have here from my center front for my dart, 5 inches, I put it back to 5 inches. This is my center back, not here. So I'm starting from this line, 5 inches. On the starting point, I roll the same line on the 5 inches. On the ending point, put my 5 inches too. 5 inches. And I roll a straight line. The next step is to draw the shape for the dart. Remember, on the half length, you take a ½ inch on both sides. So this is my half length. I'm going to mark out ½ inch backwards from the side, ½ inch. And then okay, this way so you can see it. We're done with that. So we move to the next step. This is our center back. This line is our center back. But remember, our back is not straight. Our back shape is usually curved. To make this curved too. So on this half length, I'm going to go in by ½ inch. Let's take it to the starting point. The starting point of the dart. Take it to the end point of the dart. Do the same thing on our zipper allowance, ½ inch. Taking ½ inch from the zipper allowance too. So you want to have that shape. The back to ½ inch. The end point of the dart. So this is our back shape. this ½ inch, we're still going to replace it back to the sides. Now on this waistline, in order to avoid your zip from bulging out, you take 1.5 inch to 2.5 inch. It varies according to the shape of the person. And for this shape, I'm just going to take out 1.5 inch upwards. Now I'll place my front piece back on the center line, and then mark out my waist. So you're going to mark out 2.5 inch backwards, and then connect this line to this 1.5. So we're going to cut this out, this excess. This is what bulges out most times. Then use our paper tape, gummet. But we're going to do that when we are done with cutting everything. If you don't understand, you could replay it again so you'll get it. Remember, this is still our center back. We took in ½ inch, so we're going to replace that ½ inch back, so we don't alter the measurements. So cut this out. Together and not pleating on top of each other, just like kissing each other. So you can see how curved the back looks. So we are done with the back. Next step is to cut out our armhole curve for the front. Since we are done with the back, cut it out. Okay, the front has a facing. Yeah, it's a facing. The front has a facing that comes from the neckline all the way down. And for that, I use 2 inches. So from this original neckline, I'm going to mark out my 2 inches. This point seems to be very sharp, so you could just curve it. You could also use your curver. Just curve it all the way. So this is the facing. But before you cut out the facing, you're going to use this to cut out your front pattern first. Later on, you cut the facing. That's all about the drafting of the bodies. But it's remaining the sleeve and then sewing. So I'm going to do that in my subsequent videos. Thank you very much for watching. And please like, share, and also subscribe and leave a comment if you have any question. Thank you.